Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your TNA Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1970. 1970. We're in the 70s now. We're in the 70s. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope your day was great. Now, here we are. It's 11 o'clock, quarter past 11, January 19th, 2025. TNA Genesis is over, and we have a little bit of NXT mixed in. As you know, NXT, a partnership between WWE and TNA via NXT, and they had the Busted Open panel talking about the pay-per-view itself, and Ariana Grace made her presence felt, says that some of her best friends are here, and it says you don't know who they are. And then Ashante Diadana showed up and addresses the Dallas crowd and issues an open challenge. Jake Something answered that call and defeated Ashante Diadanis, and this is the countdown to Genesis. And then the panel talked more about the matchup, and Moose and JDC interrupted Miller, Dreamer, Dave LaGreca, and Mark Henry. And also the Rascals addressed their matchup with the Hardys, and Zachary Wentz was hyped up to face the Hardys. And then during the next matchup, JDC was on commentary. Leon Slater versus Frankie Kazarian, Mr. Call Your Shark Gauntlet. And JDC decided to distract Slater during the matchup, costing him the match against Frankie Kazarian. So that'd be a heck of a matchup. Then Genesis kicked off with the X Division title on the line. Moose has a new X Division championship belt, but it still looks the same. I think the strap's a little different. Moose defending against Ace Austin, and JDC and Alicia Edwards get involved during the matchup, while Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, the whole system faction, got involved during the matchup, giving Moose the opportunity to keep the championship. And they were about to surround Austin after the matchup, but then Eric Young, Steve Macklin chased out the system, and then it led into the brawl between Edwards and Myers and Macklin and Young, and it led to the matchup they were scheduled to have. And again, Alicia Edwards tried to get herself involved in the matchup. That woman's crazy sometimes. Hey, she's from New Bedford, Sometimes people in New Bedford here are crazy. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'll vouch for that. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but despite that, Macklin and Young, since Eric Young is originally from Canada, you talk about the modern day version of the Can-Am connection, so to speak. They end up. I know Eric Young makes his home in Nashville, Tennessee now, here in the States, but Eric Young originally is from Canada, and ended up winning. Macklin and Young ended up winning the matchup. The Knockouts tag team titles were on the line. Spitfire against the Elegance connection, Ash and Heather. Spitfire did retain the title. Frankie Kazarian did address Leon Slater after that match. He said, should I let Joe Hendry and Nick Nemeth do their thing, or should it be my time to cash in? Who knows for sure. Jordan Grace went 1-on-1 with Tessa Blanchard in a rivalry in a matchup that is so full, it was so full, grudge matches. In fact, Tessa Blanchard's reputation was ruined during her time away from TNA, being accused of being a racist and all, and that's why the racist chance was going. She's a racist, and but despite that, Tessa Blanchard ended up winning the matchup. And then there was the I Quit matchup, Mike Santana and Josh Alexander. These two went at it to the point where the referee asked Mike Santana more times he's going to quit. He says, "Get the mic out of my face. I don't quit." And at one point he was laughing. And it got to the point where Josh Alexander tried, and then I think Mike Santana was about to hit Josh Alexander with some move that could originally put him out. And he said, "Okay, I quit." So Mike Santana won the matchup. And then Santana calls out Alexander and says, "Hey, be a man, stand up and shake my hand." And then Josh Alexander said, shook his hands, "You be the guy, but I also quit TNA." You know what this means? If he says that, will he go to NXT to help out Ethan Page or straighten him out? I don't know. But I think if he's going to NXT, let me tell you something. Or is he going to spend time with his lovely wife, who just recently quit, who recently decided to quit so he can take care of his, so she can take care of her family. But who is replacing Jade Chung, a.k.a. Jen Alexander, as ring announcer? The returning Mackenzie Mitchell. She got her first break in TNA. She'll be the new ring announcer. And also the wife of NXT play-by-play man, Vic Joseph. So that's really exciting. Before I go on, there was a huge controversy in GCW where PCO made an appearance with the TNA digital media title and almost started smashing it. And I think everybody was trying to stop him. PCO, he's totally out there. So does PCO hate TNA? Is it a shoot? Is it a work? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, though, it'll be very interesting to see if, or is PCO going to turn that into a TNA Hardcore Championship? I don't know. This got to be an interesting. And he made an appearance in GCW, so who knows? TNA's been all over the place. NXT, everything happened. Well, the tag team titles were on the line as the Hardys and the Rascals, a generational dream matchup. But guess who arrived? The NXT Tag Team Champions Nathan Frazier and Axiom to watch the matchup and scout the match at ringside. I mean, a lot of people, I like to see the Hardys win the NXT Tag Team titles too, I mean, the Hardys won basically every single title. They won some Raw and SmackDown Tag Team titles. They won the WWE Old School Tag Team titles, Ring of Honor, and they've held basically almost every tag team title ever. But then you got, the NXT Tag Team titles, So, and Trey Miguel did an aerial maneuver that accidentally hit Fraxium. And then during the argument, Sherry goes, let's go to the back. Just go to the back. And preventing a brawl. So they sent Fraxium to the back. But the Hardys ended up retaining the titles. And as a result, so... Then the Knockouts title was on the line in a Clockwork Orange, a House of Fun match as Masha Slamovich went up against Rosemary. These two ladies beat the you-know-what at each other. It got to the point where thumbtacks were involved, a staple gun was involved, kendo sticks, chairs, tables, just about anything you can get hands on. You think the I Quit match was crazy? The Clockwork Orange House of Fun match first ever in the Knockouts division. And Masha Slamovich did retain the title over Rosemary, but then Cora Jade showed up and confronted Masha Slamovich, and those two ladies come out. Oh yeah, and as a result of all the craziness in the tag team title matchup, it is announced that Fraxium will defend the NXT tag team titles this coming Thursday, the 23rd, and they'll be defending it against. They will be defending it against the Rascals. So the Rascals will have their tag team title match. And then Santino Marella is asking the Busted Open panel and Gia Miller to give their predictions in the world title main event. Ryan Nemeth stops them, saying that his brother's going to do it. But then Morella's had enough of Ryan Nemeth's shenanigans, no pun intended, and basically ejected him from ringside. Then the world title match started happening. It was a heck of a match between these two, Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry. Ryan Nemeth decided to sneak back and using the ticket and all, and got involved in the matchup, and John Layfield came out and knocked out Ryan Nemeth. And then Joe Hendry, it took 2 standing ovations, and a Samoan drop. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Joe Hendry has finished his story. That's right. We have a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And yes, I'm going to sing. This is my channel, Romy. You can't tell me what to do on my channel, buddy boy. And it goes something like this. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. America, Scotland, and Mexico. I forget. And London, and Paris, and Tokyo. America, Scotland, and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. That's right. Yeah. Hey, Gary, to the Bofa boys who say they don't believe in Joe Hendry, start believing in Joe Hendry. Hendry is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Hendry finished his story. Hendry finished his story, man, and it's going to be good. So, I gotta do it. No, the other way. Hold on. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah, so Alex Putnam, Jerome Latimer, a.k.a. Romy, Garrison Newkirk, a.k.a. Mr. Gare Bear. You say you don't believe in Joe Hendry? Believe in Joe Hendry. Believe in Joe Hendry. Because Joe Hendry is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Joe Hendry finished his story. So that's all the time we have on this show. And it's snowing out there. There is some snow on the ground. And I got to get ready so I can get some sleep, so I can get up and basically get the snow off my car so I can get to work safely in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, man. That's all I got to say. So thank you for tuning into the show. I will see you on the next episode. That's tomorrow. Hopefully we get some tic-tac-toe going. And Monday Night Raw, we'll be live reacting to that. So until the next episode comes around, this is the beginning of the 5-day work week for me. I'm going to be working 5 days, Monday through Friday. That's it. So thank you for tuning in. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.